Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for coming to hang out with me again today. I don't know what I am doing with this hair today. I'm just whipping it back and forth, but I do need a little bit of help here in this department. I'm going to be using this little Magic Root touch-up spray. Doesn't that look better though? It just fills in all these like little patchy parts. Whoosh. Looks pretty good to me. These little cans, they really go a long way. I mean, call me crazy, but I feel like that looks a lot better. It definitely makes me feel good. Before I get into today's video, I wanted to announce the winner from last week's giveaway, which is, drumroll, Dani Miller. Yeah! Alright, let's get into this video. Today I wanted to talk about what it's been like being a makeup artist, why I became a makeup artist, and how exactly it saved my life. So if you want to see all that, keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment below. So I guess the first thing that I could start with is why I became a makeup artist. And I don't want to just call myself a makeup artist because I am definitely more than that. I was trained as a multimedia artist, which is hair, makeup. Like, I don't dye, I don't do anything permanent. Everything that I do can be washed off. It's one of my favorite things about what I do is that it's not a permanent thing. It is kind of considered just for fun in a sense because it can all be washed off at the end of the day. But I would have to say becoming a makeup artist was something that I never in one bazillion years thought would ever happen or be my life, or I never even thought about it. And the reason I never really thought about it was just because I was, I think, like everybody else, or like most people, where I really didn't think of being a makeup artist as like a real thing. I just always kind of thought of it as a job that people had in Hollywood or New York, or like, I don't know, I just didn't ever think of it as something that was like a real job. Like there was a few of them and they just made it because they were really good at makeup and they knew the right people or whatever. I don't know. That's what I thought in my brain because I never, ever, ever ventured the idea of being an artist of any kind. Really? I always did, you know, servicing type jobs like working at hospitals or like hospice care, those kinds of jobs. So I've always been in the business of service. So how I got into the idea of becoming a makeup artist was that I was a mother of 4 kids and a wife and very dedicated to that role and just doing the best that I can at whatever it is I'm doing in life. And I think sometimes when that happens, what the like cause and effect of all that is that the woman, the mother, the lead of the pact, she can kind of, or he or whatever, can kind of get lost in that job, in that role. They have that hat on for so many hours of the day that they forget to take that hat off. And that's definitely where I was. I was in the place where, like, Sarah didn't exist, really. She was just a useful tool for everybody else. And the things that I did, it was never really for me. It was always for everybody else, which was fine. I'm still living that best life where I give and I give and I give, and that's just who I am. But I definitely started feeling my mental stability deteriorating over the years of full-time mommying, plus, a little, I've always been doing a little bit of side work here and there. I've always been trying to get that little hustle on. But after years of putting everybody and everything before myself and not even giving it, a second thought, I definitely had a bit of a, not an identity crisis. It wasn't anything as dramatic as that, but I definitely felt like I had no clue who I was or what I was doing or why I was doing it, or even if I was doing it right, or I just was feeling like I was failing at everything. But definitely I lost the sense of who the hell I was completely. Sarah didn't exist. And after a while, I think like women, like your insides, they want to fight back. And so you start taking it out on everybody else. You start getting snippy, you start having less patience, and you just lose the sense of who you really are. That loving, caring, all kind person. So I'm a bit of a little fighter, and especially on the inside, I'm a bit of a fighter. And the inside Sarah she was holding on for dear life and trying to scratch her way to the surface. And I listened and I heard her and decided to make some changes. And one of the first things that I did to make that change was that I bought some new makeup, yo. It's as simple as that. I hadn't had new makeup or like a makeup set, if ever, in my life, but definitely not as of like recently. So I decided to purchase about $100 worth of new makeup and some new brushes and things like that. And with that, I realized that like I found it very therapeutic, and I felt really good when I had the makeup on. So I decided to go with that and invest a little bit more time. And so I started venturing into this world called YouTube makeup tutorials. So right about that time was like Halloween season coming up. And I was seeing people posting that they were going to be doing something about like 31 straight days of Halloween makeup. And that really kind of intrigued me. I was like, that's a challenge. And if you've met me for more than 2 seconds, you know I love a challenge. Challenge is what makes me thrive. Challenge is what makes me burn with fire and desire. I love a good challenge. So I decided to take on the 31 days of Halloween makeup, and to not just do it, but to also start filming a little bit of videos on YouTube and posting like the looks that I created on Instagram. So when I decided to do that, I discovered a lot of new makeup artists. One that was called Mitchell. And he was somebody that was like really, really, really popping off at the time. And he was talking one day in a video, in a Instagram story, about the P. Louise base and how it was from this place called the Makeup Academy. And I was like, you know what, that would be such a cool name for like a beauty school. The only beauty school I'd ever seen or heard of was like Sally Beauty School, or like those little corner beauty college places, which I've never had any interest in going there. Even when I wanted to become a makeup artist, I knew I wasn't going there. So after listening to Mitchell talk about the P. Louise base and the Makeup Academy, I don't know, I must have been drunk or high or something, because I was like, I'm gonna Google map the Makeup Academy. I had a heart attack because what came up was a makeup school called Multimedia Makeup Academy, and it was about 30 minutes from where I lived. I still, I'm like, what? Because it just was something so unexpected. So unexpected. So that week I decided to go in and just get like paperwork, get some info, see what their story was all about. And they seemed to really be impressed with my work. Like, they were very excited that I wanted to possibly go to school there. So overall, it was a really great experience. And the husband and I, talked about it. I brought him in for a tour and a chat. And by the end of it, I was signed up and ready to go. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, it was one of those moments where I was constantly needing to like pinch myself, because I just was like, what? Before I had realized that I was gonna think about becoming a makeup artist, before I realized anything, I was in a pretty dark place. I was in a place where I was kind of just hating everything and everyone around me. I just wanted to be left alone, and that's kind of how I get sometimes. I have a really bad habit of pushing everything and everybody away and just like being in my little safe spot by myself. I definitely think, as far as mothers go, that because I was like so dedicated and so just motivated to be the very best mother that I possibly could be, I just lost sight of all the things that are important, that I'm still important. And that's where I was in my life. I felt very unimportant. I felt useless. I felt like a failure, and really didn't see any way out. I mean, you have 4 kids. They're gonna be around for a minute. You're married. That's forever. It was like there was no way out. There was no escape. There was no way to make a change, until one day I just decided to take a little leap of faith and do a little bit of research and just go for it. Not only have I had like a rebirth of my life and my soul and everything about my personality, but I am like the damn phoenix, y'all. Like, I feel so much more confident, so much more powerful doing something that not only I enjoy doing, but I am good at it. People love my work. I love my work. I love the people that I'm working with. I love the learning experience at every job that I take. Everything about it is more than I would have ever imagined and dreamed for. And it is, I hate saying it because you're afraid that like the candle will go out, but it's like a dream come true. And now I know what it's like to do a job that you have passion for, and not just a job that, you got to pay the bills. You got to get that rent paid. You got to get that car insurance paid. And I am lucky enough to have a husband who's so supportive that I had the ability to go and figure out what it was that I was going to do with my life, and if I was ever going to find a career, it's all because of his support. I don't have a lot of support in my life. I don't have a lot of family in my life. And so having my husband's support is the most important to me, because without him on my side, without him on my team, I'm just back to where I started, which was all alone, figuring things out all for myself, with no guidance, no nothing, no direction, just mistakes and learning. If I hadn't started this new journey, I don't know where I would be right now. I don't know where my marriage would be. I don't know how my relationship with my kids would be right now. And I for sure as hell would still be hating myself. If you were to legitimately ask me, do you think becoming a makeup artist saved your life? I do. Because I don't know what kind of life I would have had I not. Had I not figured out how to take what I wanted and believe in myself, go for it, and be, you know, ambitious. It's all about just knowing and believing in your own damn worth. I've been doing a lot of different types of projects. Like, none have been the same. And for whatever reason, I have found myself addicted to creatively directing shoots. Definitely did not anticipate that one, because that's my whole shtick, is that I like to kind of just do the fun part and make people feel good and not like be overcommitted to anything. But I keep having these like images of shoots that I meet somebody and we get off great, and I just think, you know what, I can totally see you doing this or doing that, and just having that be the most spectacular, beautiful shot for you, personally. So, I don't know. It's like I can't help myself. I find myself constantly making sure I have cards with me, even if I go through the Taco Bell drive-thru, because I'm like, what if she's cute as hell and doesn't know it? Some people just have to show them their potential. I'm gonna pop on my lashes real quick, and I'll be right back. All right, the eyes are done, and I am feeling sexual. All right, you guys, that is it. That's the final look with a crazy big scrunchy situation that I don't even know if I like. But this is the final look of my sexy makeup artist lifestyle. I'm so cool and so tired and I'm starving kind of a look. I am SARAHXArtistry everywhere on Instagram, by the way. And if you guys want to see all the other fun creative things that I do, go over to my Instagram account and you'll see a lot of photos of my mannequin heads and just crazy things that I like to take pictures of. Thanks for watching this video, you guys, and don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, all those fun, wonderful, lovely things, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!